All right, where are we? We're in the Coastal Cliffs tournaments, the weekend round, rookie division. I'm in my prox account, so I'm gonna run a prox. I'm gonna try and get at least one side in today, so I don't have so much tomorrow. I'm gonna barbecue tomorrow, I think. Have some people over, chill out, relax on this holiday weekend. It's a big day tomorrow, so I live on the in Pacific Standard Time, so I got to get up at 6 in the morning tomorrow to watch the Formula One race in Monaco, and then as soon as it's over, we got the Indianapolis 500, and as soon as it's over, we got the Coca-Cola 600. So big race day tomorrow, barbecuing, people over, and it'll be a big day. So I'm not sure how much I'll get in tomorrow. So I'm gonna try and get. I may run one account today and then try and get an account in tomorrow. I'll squeeze one in, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I might play them all tonight. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm going to try and get this one in. I'm going to do some of these holes. I was talking to my buddy Dunner this morning, and some of these holes I'm going to play a little different. I'm going to try a different tact in odd and see how it goes. The main thing is I really want to focus on these par fours, the 3 par fours, and try and get eagles on them. But the par fives, I'm going to, at least one of the par fives, I'm going to play a little different. And the par threes, man, these par threes are just brutalizing me. Okay, hole number one. Hole number one. I'm taking, I think I got the right setup. I'm taking my number 3 bag, Big Tapa, and a Kingmaker. I'm ready to roll. Ready to roll. Point. We should be taking wind off. It seemed like at the beginning of the week that we didn't need to take any wind off, but now it seems like we need to take wind off. I'm going to run one less than max topspin, and I'm pulling back to the +9 mark. Man, they are narrow. Narrow. Don't overpull it, dude. If they do 10%, I've been doing an added on 10%, so they did 3 and a little. It's 1.5 per ring. Actually, they're probably not at max club, so if they're at mid club in that APOC, that would be like 1.7 a ring. Seems like they should have did max curl, but that is definitely an overpull. Definitely. That's a bad place to be. That's a bad angle to the cup. That's the deal. One less than max topspin. However much side spin you can get on. +9 mark. 3 rings of separation. 2.8, that'd be 3. It's 1.5, or excuse me, that's 2.1 per ring, so I'm going to do a ring and a half. Ring and a half. Max curl. And I hit it 1 ring great on the inside. 1 ring great to the right. And I got that same shitty ass angle to the cup. But mine's going in and theirs isn't. I think my main account I'm only pulling back to the +6 mark instead of the +9, so I'm a little farther forward. I think that gives me a little more room on the right, so if I hit it great to the right like that, I won't clip. My dogs are outside now. They're like, we want it outside, now we want in, Dad. Mama's in the house. You're out here playing something, doing something. I have no idea where I'm going to be at in my club, but I'm going to play wherever I'm at in my club, and I'm hoping that I'm still in my wedge, but I might be in minimum short iron. I am in my wedge. There's max. I am in max. All right. 3.2 divided by 1.2, 2.53 rings. Let's try and get lined up with the wind. There's 2, 5.3. Exactly. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole, ball. Go home. Didn't pull it enough. And I took 5% off right there, and I put a little bit of left-hand spin on it to straighten it out to the cup. Missed it. Missed it. Dang it. Now I'll have to make an Albie in order to pick it up. You're not going to get anywhere in this unless you shoot better than a 28. There was a 31 at the top of my opening round bracket, so, but there was a 31, there was no 30s, and then there was like 439 or 429, so you got to shoot better than a 28 in order to be in the top 5, I think. 28's good, but it's not good enough. So if you pick up all 3 of the par 4s on each side, that puts you at 30, and then one more shot, you're there. So dropping one of the par 4s does not help. I would normally say, hey, you know, you got the par 3s to look forward to, but these par 3s are brutal. Brutal. Which way's the wind blowing on this hole? All right, all right. Think about what I want to do here. I got a sniper. I'm going to take a katana. I was taking a katana before. I might be able. I'm still going to take a katana. I'm going to do the rough bump. Let me think about this headwind. Let's play it. Let's just play it. Let's try a rough bump. And I was at minimum club, and I was adding on to it, but let's see where I'm at in my club. More than likely I will go first. Of course. Why wouldn't I go first? Here's max. Here's min. I'm at mid club, so that's 1.1. So 4 times divided by 1.1, 4.27 rings. See if I can get where I can see my ball guide. .27 rings. There's 4.27. I'm going to do 4.3. Oh, fuck, and then I hit it great. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. I would have hit the fairway on a perfect, or the rough on a perfect. You got to hit it longer if you go to the right. You take the risk if you hit it to the left that you'll miss the rough. But with that pull, if you hit it great because of the angle right there. All right. I think I might try that rough bump and I'm almost thinking I should do a 1-to-1. Or I should do max club instead of min. Or minimum. Excuse me. Mid. If I can make my mouth work. That would have been 4.7 as opposed to 4.3. That might have almost been too much. Maybe. I'm going to try some different stuff. This is why it's a practice account. I'm not super concerned. I'm going to hedge my bet. That might give me a perfect and a great to the right. And a great to the left doesn't help. This is why you have a practice account. You're willing to sacrifice your practice account so that you can try out some shots. And of course, trying shots out on the weekend round is never good. But I have been having a lot of success on the par 4. So if I can just continue the success on the par 4s, I'll be fine. But there are a couple holes that I might be willing to take a risk. This might not be one of the holes I'm willing to take a risk on, but I wanted to try it just to see what the deal is. Just to see. Alright, hole number 3. Hole number 3. Let me pick a bag. Picking bag number 2 and a kingmaker. I'm just going to play it. We're just going to play it. And I'm going to do max plus 10% plus 0.1. Of course I go first. I always go first. Plus 5 mark. And 1 3/4 top spin. 3-1. I've been doing 10%, so 3-3. I'm going to lean just a little to the left. Rubbing the nub, so if I hit it great to the right like that, the first bounce is great to the right, but everything after that, it's still going to the left. All right, all I gotta do is plug in the wind. Got my equation. My equation is 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by 1 plus 0.1. So all I got to do is plug in the wind, and the equation's already set up. I'm acting as my own app. And the ambulance is coming after me. They're like, dude, you're not hitting perfect, man. They're coming after you. Let's see if my opponent can get where they want. Now every dog in the neighborhood's barking. I have had 0 luck on these par 5s this week. I've been close on hole number 9. Hole number 9 actually feels like it's my best shot, but 2.9, 3.29 rings. Still feels like it's off just a bit. There we go. 3.29 rings. Let's get lined up. Maybe. There's 3. 3. Exact. Hey. Quit dicking around with me. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Come on. Give me 1 Albie this week. Come on. You can do it. What's funny is that if I've done minus 10, and it was like, hey, you needed to pull, and I did 0, and it's like, wow, you didn't pull enough, and then I did plus 10, and it's like, wow, you pulled too much. You're so flat to the cup, it should be 0. So any number that you have to put on there is all bullshit. I mean, there should not be, like if we say the word elevation, which nobody should ever say, there is no elevation difference here. There can't be a foot different. And think about how many holes where you're 5 or 6 feet different and you have to add on plus 10. There is no difference here, so it should be 0. But for some reason, I'm not getting 0 to drop. I'm not getting plus 10 to drop either. Nor am I getting minus 10 to drop. Hell, I'm not even getting perfect to drop. This is a Scooby hole. If you hit it and it's great, you got just as good a chance as if you hit it perfect. I've had several times in tournaments where the only time I ever made a hole, I set it up and everything was right, and I hit it great to the left and it went in. So in the weekend round, I was like, screw it, I'm just going to set it up exactly like I have been and hit it great to the left, and of course it didn't go in. All right, hold on, let me let the dogs in. All right, hole number 4. Hole number 4 is, all right, this par 3 here. This is the peanut par 3. What am I taking? I'm taking a nav. Taking a Navigator. I was talking to my buddy Dunner today, and he's like, I did a no move on this, and he damn near made it. So we'll try a no move. Sniper Navigator. Got to remember not to move it. It should be like, I don't know how much back. I don't know what to set up here. I don't know what kind of spin to put on it. No idea. We'll just find out. Of course, I go first. Of course. Like 3 and a little backspin. 3. Where's that putting me? That might be right. All right, 1 to 1 plus 0.1, 4, 6. There's 4, 5, 6. Hitting it perfect. That headwind killed it. Killed it. It's hard to tell where it would have went if it had enough gas just to get to the cup, because it breaks right there. The cup's kind of in a bowl. There's so much movement on these greens. Probably should have been like 2 3/4 backspin. I know it's so easy to roll off the back of this, and it's easy to roll off and end up on the fringe, but just a little too much or a little bit of an overpull here, and you can, there's not a lot of fairway there, so it goes, you're off the green in the fringe. It's pretty tight. On the fairway. I think this next hole is the hole that I'm going to change how I play it. I'm going to go at it differently. I'm going to take a different bag as well. I'm going to play with, okay, everybody sit down. I'm going to play with a Goliath. I think you can probably do it with a Grizzly, but I'm not sure about the top spin. If I actually get to the spot that I'm trying to hit to, I think you have to have 6. I think you have to have every bit of 6 top spin, and I'm not sure if the Grizzly, sometimes, depending on where you can get, how close you can get, the 6 top spin is like isn't quite enough. Let's see what my Grizzly, let's gander at it. Take a gander at the Grizzly and see how much topspin it's got. It has 5 and you need 6, so I'll have to bring out a bag with a Goliath. And what I really think I want is an extra mile. And let's see which way the wind's blowing. That wind's not helpful. It's not super hurtful, but it's not super helpful either. So I'm taking that bag, and I'm going to take, I have 1 Power 5 ball. That's what I'm going to take. All right, let's go play it. I can always switch it up if I don't think I can do it, but I'm going to hit it straight forward and try and bounce it. If I get caught up in the rough, I can easily recover from there, but I'm going to try and make it over. I've been hitting it down the fairway on the left-hand side, And if you think of that as like the pelican, that's its head, and then the beak coming down. I'm going to try and hit over to where its beak is at. We'll see how bad the headwind is, because you know headwind's going to kill shots here. Like if the headwind's 5, it's going to actually be like 7.5 or 8. That might not be too bad. I'm going to hit to this area. I'm going to hit over that sand in the middle and try and get down in there. Try and get down in there. What's up, baby? See if my opponent can set the shot up right. They can't do max curl if they're going to do that. I'm almost done. Yeah, I don't know that max curl would work, as they didn't pull it out far enough to the left. If they do max curl, I think they would end up over curling it. I've been doing that this week, and I've been getting down there to the right spot, because if you get all the way to the bottom of the hill, I mean, going down this hill, it'll roll down, and if you get all the way to the bottom, you got a straight up sniper rough bump to the cup. Beautiful shot. They still have the shot from there, but they needed a little teeny bit more distance, I think. That one's more side than anything else. Okay, 3.9. There's 4.2 and a little. Hitting it perfect. See if we can hit against that wind and get down to that zone. Come on, get some legs. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now that'll put me in long iron, and that is pretty damn flat. I'm going to do 10% minus 0.1. So 1.1 times the wind divided by, I think I'm going to be in mid Goliath, which is 2.3 divided by, or minus 0.1. Minus 0.1. Let's see if I'm in mid. I think I'm in mid Goliath, but I might be towards max. What I should have looked up is to see what that might be. There's max. There's min. Yeah, I'm going to count that as mid, so 3.7. 1.67 rings. .67 rings. There's 1, 6, 7. Oh, and I hit it great. But if I was going to hit it great one way or the other, that is the better side to hit it great on. But I still hit it great. Barely had enough. I don't know if that would have made it. It might have made it. It's definitely the closest I've been all week. I think I would have missed on the other side. I think if you're using a Power 5 ball, and let's look, I think if you're using a Power 5 ball, it's like 2.2 per ring instead of 2.3. And that would definitely change that number. 2.2 would be 1.75. 2.3 is 1.66. Let me look at that, because I'm going to write that number down, because I think that's the shot that I'm going to take in it's long iron. Long iron. Long iron. Goliath. Hey, damn it. Goliath. Level 9, mid club, power 5 ball. 2.0. 2.0 per ring. That'd have been 1.93. So I hit it on the wind side and it came in. I didn't pull it enough. Would have missed it off. So let me make a note here. Be 2.0 per ring. If I use Goliath. Goliath. It's 2.0 at mid. Okay. Alright. I got that going for me. Hole number 6. Hole number 6. What is hole number 6? Which way's the wind blowing? That wind might work. Now, I've been achieving what I want in this account, and in my 77 account, I'm overshooting it, which is kind of pissing me off. Katana. Okay. Doing plus 10 on the drive. See if we can get it over there with this wind. Now I started off, I was doing max topspin, and then I cut it down to 1 less than max, but I'm going to do 3 topspin. I'd rather be a little short and chip it over to it than be long ever. Because in my 77 account, I'm going long, I'm going past the green, and I'm on the right trajectory, but I'm just barely ending up in the rough. And I don't like it. Wow, my opponent goes first. I hardly ever see that happen. I always, when I'm doing this shot over here, if you're trying to do it, that yardage marker that's out there is a great place to start the setup. If you pull it back to that yardage marker, it gives you a pretty good, if you're using an APOC, you can't over curl it. Short shooting it a little bit. Hitting it perfect. Not sure that this is a hole that you really need to bring out a precision ball on. But maybe from that distance to the cup. I don't like the shot from over here. The reason I started doing the shot from the other side is because that side hill shot is difficult. It can be. It can be. So max side spin and 3 and a titch of topspin. Okay, so rubbing up against the rock, clear ring, rubbing up against the rock. I want half my clear ring in the rough and half my clear ring on the fairway. 3-2. I'm going to do 3-5 if I can find my fucking ball set. There's 3-5. See if I hit it. And that I'm getting that run and ended up in the rough over there. I moved the shot out a little bit to the right on the setup so that I would give myself a little bit of separation on that first bounce, but when it bounces over to the other side, it's catching the slide, so it's staying in really low trajectory bounces, and they're packed full of speed. It's almost like I only need to do I either need to put it back where I was and push my luck up against that. That first bounce was so damn close to the rough, and there couldn't have been a blade of grass between the fairway and where I hit and the rough. But I did like how it was bouncing out. Now I like how it's giving me a little bit of separation, and I like the clearness, and the trajectory is perfect. But I definitely do not like how it's bouncing out on the other side. See if my opponent can get it. I'll be quiet for him. Woo! Perfect. That dog will hunt. That dog will hunt. All I gotta do is hit this perfect, and that's in the hole. I got that going for me. Okay, perfect, or great to the right, and it goes in the hole. Perfect. In the hole. That dog will hunt. I think that puts me back on minimum score track because I didn't pick up one and I dropped number 2 dicking around trying to do that rough bump just to see what the deal was on it, and I picked one up right there, so now I'm back on track. So now I just need to pick up the last 3 holes and then we're all good to go. And my luck on this hole right here. All right, which way's the wind blowing? Okay, let's get jiggy with it here. I'm gonna bring out I think with this wind I can bring out a navigator. Let's try the rough bump. Let's try, I told you I would never do this, but let's try the sand bump. Let's try it. Everybody keeps telling me the sand bump is the way to go, so let's try it. I'm going to do a 25% adjustment. I'm going to do max horizon. No matter where I'm at in the club, I'm going to do max horizon. It's 2.3 per ring. Do I have a horizon bag? That's the question. That, my friends, is the question. I do. Here we go. If we're going to practice, let's practice. I mean, I know it's the weekend round. This is the last time you want to practice. Usually by the weekend round, you want to stick with whatever ponies you got. You don't want to be pulling out something. The one hole that I am going to change is that one par 5. But these 2 par 3s, I really do not feel like I'm going to do this in my 77 account. But I wanted to at least look at it and give it the college try. Get my hand burned and go, I'm not doing that shit. Because I'd rather just get birdie and move on to the next hole and give myself an opportunity to pick a shot up. I really feel like all 3 of these par 5s, I mean, I haven't hit an Albie all week, and I hardly ever go a tournament round without hitting an Albie. So I really feel like I have an Albie in me today, or tomorrow, in this round. But let's get dangerous. And I really feel like, I know I didn't hit hole number 1, but I really feel like I was in the wrong, I was in a bad spot, and I'm not exactly sure what happened as far as the adjustment there. It definitely looked like I needed to do +0 instead of taking wind off, which earlier this week we needed to do +0. We needed to do no adjustment. 4.3 divided by 2.3, 2.33 rings. Okay, here we go, boys and girls. Boys and girls. Let's get where I can see what the hell's going on. .33 rings. There's 2, 3, 3. Hitting it perfect. The only hole-in-one I've made all week. Look at that. And that thing, I am so lucky that it hit the flagpole, because that thing was going about 7,000 miles an hour. I think it hit Mach 2 the second it hit the fairway. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. I got a shot on this one. Which way's the wind blowing? All right. All right. All right. I'm doing a rough bump on this. I'm taking my number 5 bag, and I'm taking a Kingmaker. 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 Doing plus 10 on the drive, and I'm doing... I've been doing minus 15 to the cup. And every time I've hit it perfect, it's gone in. And I should be in mid Hornet, which is 1.3 per ring. Wow, my opponent went first again. That's amazing. I know, like, the game first came out, everybody was bitching about the whole, like, my opponent goes first and they're just matching my shot. Well, first of all, there's, you know, there's an obvious way to hit, depending on which way the wind's going. Sometimes, you know, like, hey, yeah, I went to the same area as you, because guess what? That's where we all hit to it. Like, it wouldn't have mattered if it was me or somebody else. They're just matching my top spin. That's saying that everybody has the same level clubs, so they're just doing your exact shot. I get it, though. I get it on the shootouts, you know, not showing somebody what kind of spin you're putting on there. I understand it. Okay, I'm going to the plus 3 mark. 2 top spin. Max side spin. I'm obviously pulling back from the red line, so I don't need the power 3 ball on the drive, but the power 3 ball comes in really handy on the second shot. Plus 3 mark, 1.9, 2.1. Should be a ring and a third. Ring and a third. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. Just laying it up. Now I'm leaving a lot of distance on the table there, but I'm trying to get the angle for the rough bump, so I'm going straight at it. I don't have to put a lot of side spin on it in order to bring it back around to the cup. I never like it when people honk right outside of my thing, because I've got 2 little dogs, and I don't know if they're honking because my dogs got out, or if they're just honking because they're jacklegs. I get it in New York. You go to New York and everybody's honking, and you hear about people honking there all the time. A lot of their, especially their traffic lights, they hang in the middle of the street. And if you're the front car, even the front 2 cars, you can't see the traffic light when it turns green. And so the people behind you honk to let you know, and then you can kind of look up through your window to see that it's green and go. But like, if nobody honked, you just sit there because you can't see the freaking light. All right, all right. Let's see what the wind is. 3.7. Should be 2.41 rings. I'm going to round that up to 2.5. And I don't have much room right there. It gives me a little more room. 2.5. 4.25. Just need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Woo! In the hole. It's been going in the hole all week. If I hit it perfect, it's been going in. And I've been rounding it up all week, so it's almost like adding on 0.1. If it was right there, it was 2.41, and I rounded it up to 2.5. And if it was 2.54, I rounded up to 2.6. I've been rounding it, no matter where it's at, I've been rounding it up, and it's been going in. Not necessarily adding on 0.1, but I think if it was if right there, if it would have been 2.49, I think I would have added on one. So maybe 10%. Minus 10 plus 0.1, or minus 15 plus 0.1. Okay, all right. I'll take it though. Now we just need to get the Albie here. And look at that shit. I can get back on track if I got the Albie right here. Even though I tanked hole number 1 and hole number 2. And I've been like right there on hole number 9. I've been actually getting to like grizzly range. Taking that bag right there. I'm going to take a King Maker. Yep, that's the one. That's the shot. That's it. Hole number 9, we all know what it looks like. Here's my problem with hole number 9 is I have no marker out there. And so I don't know, like it's hard to find a consistent spot. I'm trying to hit off the top of the hill so I get a launch on the other side. And with my 77 account, I have an APOC that's one level higher and it has more topspin, and I'm getting to like 357, or I'm getting way the hell down there. But I'm hitting, if I don't get it in the right spot, I'll clip the rough on the other side on the second bounce. So it's getting it. Let's get all of that on there, all of it. I'm gonna do 20%, so 3. Just because we have a big headwind here and we're going way downhill, so that's 3.7. So that should be 2.5 rings. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. I got the launch off that hill. You get that big bounce off that hill. And I've been hitting almost to the rough on the other side. It's been really 339. I've been hitting 357, 353 in my 77 account with that extra topspin, and I've been able to make the bend. But if you're back a little bit, like where I was at, you can hit off the top of that hill and you really get a launch. But if you're on the front side of that hill, your second bounce is flat, and it literally, I mean, you'd be lucky if it makes it over. It'll probably just dig into the sand. And you can do this shot right here and do a little bit of backspin and do a max overpower shot and try and stick it. Put lots of curl on it so that it brings it back around to the left-hand side. Put lots of curl on it. That's not enough curl. Well, I guess it is if they're not trying to get all the way to the tip. I think I would have put more curl on it though, but that's just me. That was nice. That was nice. If they were trying to get all the way to the tip down there, they should have put more curl on it, as you can see. But they're pretty freaking close to the tip. 25. 1.25 times 2.1. I'm going to do 2.7 rings. I'm doing a max pull even though I'm not at max club. 2.7 rings. Here's 2, 7. Oh fuck, that was 75 rings great to the left. That was every bit of 2 rings great to the left. Every bit. And if I'd have hit it perfect, I think that would have been an overpull. I was at mid club right there, so divided by 1.1 would have been 2.38 rings if I would actually did the math right. I might have been eking more towards minimum, but I was probably a pretty good solid mid. Make some notes here. Just in case I end up in those, I did 25%. My notes are so jacked up right now because normally what I do is after the opening round, I would create a brand new set of notes that are super clean, just exactly what I'm doing. But I haven't done that. So I have my qualifying notes, my opening round notes. I have my opening round and qualifying notes for 77 and odd, and the notes that I took today. So I've got shit in black pen, blue pen, and red pen, and pencil. Okay, that wasn't exact. I was looking for a 15, but I did not pick up hole number 1, and I dropped hole number 2. But I was able to pick up a hole-in-one. Look at that shit. Even a blind squirrel can find a nut. So even though I practiced, I still came out of it okay. I can still score some clan points. I think we'll get back to Masters 2. Kings of Golf bounces. We're bouncers. We go from Masters 1 to Masters 2, Masters, then we go back to Masters 1, then we go back to Masters 2, and then we go back to Masters 1, then we go back to Masters 2. And the clan's trying to get it so that we just stay in Masters 2 and maybe even have a shot at getting to Masters 3. But there's a big gap between when you start going up to Masters 3, you got a lot of people in your clans that grind. And they're grinders and they're grinders and they're playing a lot and they're grinding it out. And we don't have a really big grinding clan. We just play tournaments. So there you have it. That was my, well, I got one more side to practice. I think I'll play, I may play 77 tonight as far as the back side or the front side, and see if I can pick up any nuggets of wisdom from what I just played right here. But we'll see how I feel here in a little bit. I will catch you later. Everybody have a great weekend. If you live in the U.S., like I said, have a nice holiday weekend. Be safe tomorrow. If you're a race fan, tomorrow is the day. And I will see you later. Thanks for watching.